everybody to come together as a community, but we want our youth at the front line.
I think right now for the young folks, it's just about being as radical as we can be within the confines of the law and within the confines of being safe.
Well, a non-profit organization called The Lost Voices, full of young people trying to inform us on what's going on out here as far as the laws and everything.
One night at about 2 o'clock in the morning, I drove past and saw these 5 young youth sitting out here sleeping. And they promised me that they would not leave until justice was served.
Oh, no, we ain't going nowhere. We still out here, bro. Until we get a verdict, bro, we out here. Sleeping in tents. For all of y'all, when y'all at home sleep, I'm out here.
Turn up.
I'm out here all night, all day.
I think the protests are important because presence is important. If there's no presence, there's no nothing. So without presence, we have nothing. And presence is there at protests. And those voices are getting heard because we have numbers at those protests.
There are still actions that are currently being planned. I mean, I feel like actions are being planned every day, really, you know, and having a presence is something that's being discussed every day. Whether we're talking about, you know, Cardinals games, Rams games, whatever the case may be, we're talking about being out there and letting them know, hey, we're still here. We haven't gone anywhere.
I really feel like there's need to be more agitation, you know what I mean, and less conversation.
Stand for a vote. Black pig, save yourself. Save yourself, black pig. That's a token Negro right there.
Really, this asking type of dialogue that I've seen amongst organizers, you know, this asking, it should be more of a demand.
Not just indicting Darren Wilson, but arresting him, charging him, not just on a national level, but also on a federal level. Removing County Prosecutor McCullough from his position, holding Jay Nixon accountable for his actions, holding Ferguson PD accountable for their actions.
I have spent more time in jail than Darren Wilson. I will say that until he is arrested, and if not arrested, I will say that shit for the rest of my life. I have no respect for you because your job is to kill murderers or to arrest murderers, and yet one is still walking free. This is one you call your brother, one you probably call on the phone while we're out here protesting. In circles. You're on the phone with. Yeah, they out here protesting in circles, still protesting. They ain't gone home yet. We here for you, bro. You know what I mean? Like, how do we know you're not doing that? These same officers who drank on the job on West Florissant, but walk around holding M16s, but you just drank that beer and you don't think we saw you? We're here. We see you. And we will hold you accountable, so fuck you.
But a lot of the older people don't realize, like, this ain't about protesting and marching and praying for us no more. Like, we really are trying to shake the pillars of the situation and make it as inconvenient for the system and as inconvenient for the police as possible to ignore us.
We're going to come right back here and protest. We're not going to take it back on Florissant. We held our own community under siege for 2 weeks, and it was very uncomfortable for the people. I think we should bring the protest right here.
As far as like what's happening with the people, I think the best thing for us to do is get leaders, activists, artists, organizations, and we need to do some community building and community organizing.
Which means that we have to empower and educate our communities, which is another thing that's being talked about, that's being implemented now, is how do we do that? Like, how do we reach people where they are? We know the demographic of people that we're trying to reach out to. You know, we know the disparities of the people that we're trying to reach out to. You know, we kind of got to get them where they at, educate and empower, so that as a collective we can all move forward together.
Me and everybody swear like, dog, we ain't going for that. Hey, these police got to stop. That's a movement because y'all on the same mission. That's right. That's real talk. So you gotta know what you're doing though, cause somebody enlightened me, so I shall enlighten y'all, man. And when I went to sleep, woke up and realized what's really going on.